Have you ever found yourself searching for a sense of safety when the world feels overwhelming? Have you ever longed for a spiritual anchor in the midst of chaos, or wondered if there's a sacred text that truly speaks to your deepest fears and hopes? Psalm 91 is often called the most powerful prayer in the Bible, a spiritual shield recited by millions seeking comfort, protection, and strength. But what makes these ancient words so transformative? Why do so many people across generations and cultures turn to this psalm in moments of crisis and uncertainty? In today's video, we'll journey together through the mysteries and wisdom of Psalm 91. We'll explore its hidden power, decode its symbols, and discover how it can become a living source of hope and resilience in your own life. If you've ever felt alone in your struggles, or if you're searching for a deeper connection with the divine, this video is for you. Stay with me until the end, because I'll share not just the meaning behind the words, but practical ways to bring Psalm 91's energy into your daily reality. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your experiences in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else on their journey. Are you ready to unlock the power of Psalm 91? Let's begin. The hidden power behind Psalm 91. Throughout history, certain texts have carried a mysterious energy, words that seem to vibrate with a force beyond ordinary language. Psalm 91 is one of these rare treasures. But what is it about this psalm that makes it so revered, so often whispered in times of fear and uncertainty? At its core, Psalm 91 is more than a prayer for protection. It's an invocation of trust. Its verses invite us to step into a sacred space, a spiritual refuge where we are reminded that we are never truly alone. The psalm opens with the image of dwelling in the secret place of the Most High, a phrase that suggests intimacy, shelter, and a profound sense of belonging. Have you ever felt the need to retreat from the noise of the world, to find a sanctuary where you can simply breathe and be? Psalm 91 offers that sanctuary, not as a physical place, but as a state of consciousness. It teaches us that the ultimate protection isn't just about being shielded from harm, but about cultivating an inner strength that cannot be shaken by external events. Many spiritual seekers describe a subtle shift when they recite or meditate on this psalm, a sense of calm, a quiet confidence, even in the face of adversity. This is the hidden power of Psalm 91. It doesn't promise a life without challenges, but it offers a perspective that transforms how we meet those challenges. What does protection mean to you? Is it the absence of danger or the presence of unwavering faith? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's create a space of shared wisdom. If you're finding value so far, remember to like this video and subscribe for more content that nurtures your soul. Why is Psalm 91 called the prayer of protection? Throughout the centuries, people from all walks of life have turned to Psalm 91 in moments of danger, fear, or uncertainty. But why has this particular psalm earned the title, the prayer of protection? What is it about these ancient words that inspires such trust and hope, even in the midst of life's greatest storms? Psalm 91 is filled with powerful, almost poetic imagery. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. These verses paint a vivid picture of shelter, safety, and divine guardianship. It's as if, in the darkest moments, an invisible shield forms around us, offering not only physical safety, but also deep spiritual comfort. This sense of protection is not just symbolic. For many, it becomes a lived experience. Imagine a mother reciting Psalm 91 over her child during a feverish night, or someone whispering its verses before a difficult journey, feeling a wave of calm wash over them. There are countless stories across generations and cultures of people who felt an inexplicable sense of peace and reassurance after turning to this prayer. It's as if the words themselves carry a frequency that soothes the soul and reminds us that we are never truly alone. But the power of Psalm 91 goes even further. It doesn't promise a life free from challenges or pain. Instead, it acknowledges that difficulties will come, pestilence that stalks in the darkness, arrows that fly by day, yet assures us that, even in the midst of chaos, we are held and protected. This is a profound message, especially in a world where uncertainty often feels like the only constant. For many spiritual seekers, Psalm 91 becomes a daily ritual, a morning invocation before leaving the house, a nightly prayer before sleep, or a mantra in times of crisis. It's a way to anchor oneself in faith, to remember that there is a greater force watching over us, guiding and shielding us even when we cannot see it. Have you ever noticed how, when fear threatens to overwhelm, simply repeating words of comfort can shift your entire state of being? Psalm 91 offers this shift. It's not just about asking for protection, it's about aligning with the energy of trust, surrender, and divine care. In a sense, it's a bridge between our human vulnerability and the infinite strength of the universe. If you've ever turned to Psalm 91 in a difficult moment, you're not alone. Your experience is part of a tapestry woven through time, a collective memory of hope, resilience, and faith. I invite you to share your story in the comments below. How has this prayer touched your life? Your words might be the light someone else needs right now. Decoding the symbolism. What do the images really mean? Have you ever wondered why Psalm 91 is so rich in vivid images, arrows, shields, wings, and secret places? These symbols are not random. They are carefully chosen to speak directly to our subconscious, awakening ancient memories and deep emotions within us. Let's start with the shelter of the Most High and the shadow of the Almighty. These phrases evoke the idea of a sacred refuge, a place where no harm can reach us. It's as if the psalm is inviting us to step out of the chaos of the world and into a sanctuary of peace. This image is especially powerful for those who feel exposed or vulnerable, reminding us that there is always a safe haven available, even if it's invisible to the eyes. The mention of his feathers and under his wings brings a sense of maternal protection, like a mother bird sheltering her young from storms. This is a universal image. No matter our background, we all understand the comfort of being held and protected. In times of crisis, this symbolism reassures us that we are cared for by a force that is both gentle and strong. Then there are the arrows that fly by day and the pestilence that stalks in darkness. These are metaphors for the dangers and uncertainties that surround us, visible and invisible threats that can cause anxiety or fear. By naming them, the psalm acknowledges our struggles and validates our feelings. It doesn't deny the existence of hardship. Instead, it offers a way to face it with courage and faith. The shield and rampart represent the tools of spiritual defense. Just as a warrior prepares for battle, we are reminded that we too have resources, faith, prayer, intuition that can protect us from negativity and despair. These symbols empower us to take an active role in our own spirit. Psalm 91 and the journey of faith. Trusting the unseen. Have you ever stood at the edge of uncertainty, feeling as if the ground beneath your feet might give way at any moment? In these moments, when logic fails and answers seem out of reach, Psalm 91 emerges as a gentle guide, whispering that faith is not about having all the answers, but about trusting the journey, even when the path is hidden. Trusting the unseen is perhaps one of the most profound invitations of the spiritual path. Our modern world often teaches us to rely solely on what we can measure, predict, and control. Yet, the wisdom of Psalm 91 invites us to step beyond the visible, to believe in a protection that cannot always be explained, and to rest in the assurance that we are never truly alone. Think about the line, "He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." This is not just poetic language. It's a reminder that even when we feel isolated or unsupported, there are forces working in our favor, orchestrating synchronicities and subtle nudges that guide us towards safety and growth. Have you ever experienced a coincidence that felt too perfect to be random, or sensed an inner voice urging you to take a different route, only to discover later that it saved you from trouble? These are the quiet miracles of faith in action. Faith, as inspired by Psalm 91, is not passive. It asks us to participate, to open our hearts, to listen deeply, and to act with courage even when the outcome is uncertain. It's about cultivating an inner resilience, a trust that, no matter how fierce the storm, there is a shelter available to us, not always in the form we expect, but always present. Let's bring this to a practical level. Maybe you're facing a health challenge, a financial setback, or a relationship crisis. The temptation is to spiral into worry or try to control every detail. But what if, instead, you paused, took a deep breath, and recited Psalm 91, not as a magic spell, but as a declaration of trust? This simple act can shift your energy, opening space for solutions and support to appear in unexpected ways. Many people share that in their darkest hours, it was the act of surrender, of letting go and trusting the unseen, that brought the greatest relief and ultimately transformation. Faith doesn't guarantee a life without pain, but it does offer us a way to move through pain with dignity, hope, and a sense of companionship. I invite you to reflect. When in your life have you been called to trust without proof? How did that experience shape you? Share your story in the comments. Your journey may be the encouragement someone else needs right now. If this message is touching your heart, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. Together, we are weaving a network of trust, hope, and spiritual courage. One story, one prayer, one act of faith at a time. Psalm 91 in daily life. Practical ways to anchor hope and strength. Have you ever wondered how to bring the comfort and power of Psalm 91 into your everyday routine, not just as words recited in moments of fear, but as a living source of hope and resilience? The true magic of this psalm lies in its ability to become a daily anchor, a spiritual tool you can reach for whenever life feels overwhelming. One practical way to integrate Psalm 91 is through morning rituals. Imagine starting your day by reading or listening to the psalm, allowing its words to set the tone for everything that follows. This simple act can create a shield of calm around you, helping you face challenges with greater clarity and confidence. Some people write a favorite verse on a sticky note and place it where they'll see it often, a gentle reminder that they are protected and guided. Another approach is to use Psalm 91 as a meditation. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and slowly repeat the verses, letting each word sink in. Visualize the imagery, the sheltering wings, the shield, the angels at your side. Notice how your body and mind respond. Often, a sense of peace and reassurance will begin to grow, even if your external circumstances haven't changed. For families, reciting Psalm 91 together can become a powerful tradition. Whether at the dinner table or before bed, these moments of shared reflection help build a sense of unity and collective strength. Children especially can benefit from hearing these words. They learn that even when the world feels uncertain, there is a source of comfort always available. You might also use Psalm 91 as a source of affirmation during difficult times. Whenever anxiety or doubt arises, pause and recall a line from the psalm. Let it interrupt the spiral of worry and bring you back to a place of trust. Over time, these small practices can transform your mindset, making hope and strength your default response to adversity. How do you bring overcoming fear and anxiety? The transformative power of Psalm 91. Have you ever felt paralyzed by fear or overwhelmed by anxiety, as if invisible threats were lurking just beyond your control? In these moments, Psalm 91 becomes more than ancient poetry. It transforms into a lifeline, offering practical tools to navigate the storms within. Fear is a universal human experience. Whether it's fear of loss, failure, the unknown, or for the safety of loved ones. It can creep into our minds and settle in our hearts, sometimes without us even noticing. Psalm 91 doesn't promise a life free from danger or hardship, but it does offer a radical shift in perspective. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. These words invite us to step out of the shadows of our worries and into the light of trust. Let's explore how this psalm can help dissolve anxiety in real life. Imagine you're facing a situation that triggers your deepest fears: a medical diagnosis, a financial crisis, or a relationship breakdown. The instinctive reaction is often to brace yourself, to tighten up and prepare for the worst. But what if, instead, you allowed yourself to breathe, to repeat the verses of Psalm 91, and to visualize yourself surrounded by protective light? This simple shift can interrupt the cycle of anxiety, creating space for calm and clarity. Many people have shared stories of how reciting Psalm 91 in moments of panic brought them immediate relief. It's not about denying reality or pretending problems don't exist. It's about remembering that you are not alone, that there is a greater force holding you, even when everything feels uncertain. You might try journaling about your fears, writing them down, and then placing the words of Psalm 91 beside them. Notice how the energy changes, how the psalm acts like a balm, soothing your worries and reminding you of your inner strength. Over time, this practice can help rewire your response to fear, replacing panic with peace. What fears are you currently facing? How might the wisdom of Psalm 91 help you see them in a new light? Share your reflections in the comments. Your vulnerability could be the encouragement someone else needs today. Stories of transformation, real lives touched by Psalm 91. Have you ever wondered if ancient words can truly change lives in the modern world? The answer lies in the countless stories of people who have turned to Psalm 91 in moments of crisis and emerged stronger, more hopeful, and deeply transformed. Consider the story of Maria, a mother who faced the uncertainty of her child's illness. Each night, as fear threatened to overwhelm her, she would quietly recite Psalm 91 by her child's bedside. Over time, she noticed a shift, not just in her child's recovery, but in her own heart. The psalm became a source of strength, helping her replace anxiety with trust and despair with hope. Maria's story is not unique. It echoes the experiences of many who have found solace in these verses. Or take João, who lost his job unexpectedly and felt the weight of financial insecurity pressing down on him. Instead of surrendering to panic, he began each morning by meditating on Psalm 91, allowing its promises to guide his actions and decisions. He describes how this daily ritual gave him the courage to pursue new opportunities, and eventually he found a path that was even more fulfilling than before. These stories remind us that Psalm 91 is not just a collection of beautiful words. It is a living force that meets us where we are. Whether you are facing illness, loss, uncertainty, or fear, the psalm offers a spiritual toolkit for resilience. It invites us to see challenges as opportunities for growth and to trust that even in the darkest moments, we are never truly alone. Have you experienced a moment when Psalm 91 made a difference in your life? Or do you know someone whose journey was transformed by these verses? Share your story in the comments. Your testimony could be the light someone else needs to find their own way through the storm. Have you noticed how ancient words can become bridges to a new reality? Throughout this video, we explored together the power of Psalm 91, not just as a sacred text, but as a true manual of hope, protection, and personal transformation. Perhaps you saw yourself in one of the stories, or felt a quiet call to face your own challenges with more confidence and faith. The most important thing to remember is this: you are not alone on this journey. Every difficulty can be an invitation to overcome, and every fear an opportunity to strengthen your spiritual connection. Now, I invite you to take it a step further. Share in the comments how Psalm 91 has touched your life, or how you plan to integrate it into your daily routine from today forward.